Hi, are you looking for a fun science experiment to try? Or just looking for a way to clean your coins? Or maybe you're just bored. Either way, welcome to this penny cleaning chemistry experiment. In this experiment, we will be explaining a couple phenomenons like oxidation and corrosion. You will need a couple materials, a couple pennies, a clear plastic container, 1/4 cup of white vinegar, 1 tablespoon of salt, water or a sink, and a paper towel. First, you're going to pour the vinegar into the clear plastic container. Then you're going to add a tablespoon of salt and stir it until the salt dissolves in the vinegar. Once you've done that, drop your pennies in the container. Let them sit for 5 to 10 minutes. Make sure the pennies aren't on top of each other. After about 5 minutes, take your pennies out of the container and rinse them in the sink. This part is very important. If you don't rinse your pennies very thoroughly, the salt and vinegar will react, resulting in a blue-green tarnish called verdigris to coat your coins. Lay your pennies on the paper towel to dry. They should be very shiny and clean. Now, there are 2 questions. Why do pennies get dull? How does vinegar and salt clean the pennies? Well, pennies get dull over time because the copper, the material that the pennies are made out of, reacts with air, forming copper oxide on the surface of the pennies. This is called oxidation, and all materials made of copper are subject to it. Pure copper metal is bright and shiny, but the copper oxide is dull and greenish. Pennies oxidizing is an example of corrosion. Corrosion means to slowly destroy or damage material over time. When you place the pennies in the salt and vinegar solution, the acetic acid from the vinegar dissolves the copper oxide, leaving behind shiny, clean pennies. The copper from the copper oxide stays in the liquid. You could also use other acids instead of vinegar, like lemon juice. In summary, pennies get dull over time because copper reacts with air to form copper oxide. This is called oxidation, and all materials made of copper are subject to it. When you place the pennies in the salt and vinegar solution, the acetic acid from the vinegar dissolves the copper oxide. Well, congrats! You've made it to the end of the video. I hope you learned something today, or at the very least, managed to clean your pennies.